Hey, everybody. Hello, Sherelle.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Michael.
Hiya, mate.
All right, so tonight we're going to, I posted earlier today that Michael had posted that Georgie, who is Darcey's current boyfriend, had slid into Michael's DMs and then blocked him. So it was something weird. So we're going to be talking about that, and then I know a lot of people who have questions about who Michael is, because he was never on the show, but he kind of was like in an in-between stage, but we'll get into that. So I'm going to start the clock and then we'll have some fun. So it's going to be a fun one. So I changed the time 4 times. I think I confused so many people.
That's my fault. I apologize.
No, it's my fault. It's totally my fault. I changed it from 10 to 11, from 10 to 11.
3 in the morning here.
I hope that everybody catches up. So I'm going to start the clock and let the room a little bit. Okay, so here we are. I'm just retitling this, because I don't think we're going to get into the other things I wanted to talk about tonight. But I can say that for tomorrow. So Michael, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks, mate. You?
I'm good. Can you? All right. So there's a lot of questions about like who you are, your relation. So can you tell everybody how you came to know Darcey and kind of how that all happened?
Yeah, no problem. Basically what it was through Instagram. I'd see. I never watched the show before. I liked their picture. She liked mine. We got speaking, and basically that's how we got talking. And then, but she wasn't with Tom at the time. But people thought that she was. But obviously, with the show being filmed before it goes on TV and stuff, so yeah, I basically got to know her through Instagram.
Okay, so and how long ago was that?
2019, around there.
Okay, and I remember from 'cause I've been around for a little bit, and we spoke back then. How was okay? How long were you guys speaking before she actually came to meet you?
About 3-4 months.
Oh, so that's a good amount of time. Cheryl, you got anything? Just chime in.
Where are you from, Michael?
From Liverpool, England.
Oh, England.
Home of the Beatles.
I thought you were
Australian.
Yeah.
I Irish.
I am half Irish, actually. I am half Irish. Liverpool, most people in Liverpool are from Ireland originally, so we have a bit of both.
Well,
is that near London?
No, Liverpool.
Is it Liverpool?
Yeah.
Is that near London?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm probably more closer to America, to be honest, because we're right on the port. So we're by Ireland, and we're right at the edge of England, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys were talking for 4 months, and then Darcey flew out to see you?
Yeah, so basically what had happened was Stacey and Darcey went over to Turkey to get the teeth done.
I remember that. Janine says, "Hi, John. I've been messaging you on Ghost Girl. So great to chat with you." I don't know where you're messaging me, but thank you, Jean. Just send me a message to my IG. I'll take a look at it. But thank you. Go ahead. So,
yeah. So they went over to Turkey to get the teeth done. Apparently, Stacey was going to go and visit Florian. She just randomly left Darcey, and Darcey said, "Well, I'm going to go to Michael's," and that's when she came over here.
Okay, so I remember when they were getting their teeth done in Turkey. I remember that. So at that time, they went together. They got both their grills done, and then Stacey went to, I guess,
Florian.
Florian, in Armenia. Where's Florian from? Somewhere.
Somewhere like Albania or something. Is it?
Yeah, over there.
So sure. I've never spoke to him. So.
And then Darcey came to see you. Now, when was this? Was this right after Jesse, or was
Can I just say something about Darcey
absolutely?
with that teeth thing? Like, I have very small teeth, right? All my teeth are there, but I hate my teeth. And she was like, "Come over here, come with me, and I'll pay for them for you."
I would have went.
Oh. Oh.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, how generous she was. Like, I didn't, like, obviously. And do you know when people were saying that she sent me money? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, that was because I had to renew my passport and she wanted me to go over. But in the end, I changed my mind and didn't bother. But that's what that money was thing, because it was a last minute thing and I weren't paid until the week after. So I was like, well, I've got to renew my passport. And then she went, well, I'll send you the money over. That's what it was.
Well, there was a point. Well, I don't know. I don't want to kind of jump the gun a little bit, but there was a point when, like, you and Darcey were not in a good place, and I know that you guys are in a good place now. But
I wouldn't say we're in a good place. I'd say we're civil. I wouldn't say
I remember what you said.
Yeah, I know what I said. I was angry. I was upset. I was heartbroken. I fell for it, didn't I?
No, you did, but like you weren't in the. All right, I don't want to get to that part yet. So
no, I'll be honest, John.
I want to build the timeline.
John, you know me. I'm an open book. I speak the truth. After me and Darcey split up, I hit the ale. You know what I mean? So I wasn't in a good place. Like, I'm straight to the point. I say it how it is. You know what I mean? I wasn't in a good place for weeks. You know what I mean? I said a few things that I regret, but I did come out and apologize.
No, you did. But I don't. I jumped the gun. I shouldn't have. All right, so
okay.
Darcey, they got her teeth done. They have nice, pretty smiles, and then
they actually didn't get them done. Actually,
wait, what?
They actually didn't get them done.
Oh wait, so they went to Turkey and they didn't get their teeth done?
Yeah, they couldn't do them because they said if they done them, it could damage them, because they already had them done from New York, I think, or America somewhere. So they wanted, like, it was free for them to get them done. You know, in Turkey, it was like a promotion thing, and they offered, like, for them to advertise for them, whatever. But when they went over and got the X-ray, they couldn't get them done because they said it could damage the teeth, something like that, because they'd already had them done. But they didn't get them done in the end, no.
Oh.
No. They already had them done before they went to Turkey, but they wanted them done something different to them, but they didn't get it done.
So did they get any work done on their mouths while they were there, or just like it was like a wash?
No, just X-rays.
That's
get nothing done.
That sucks. Did they? Do you know if like, you know, they had to pay out of pocket to go to Turkey and like?
No, they didn't pay nothing.
So
none of them pay nothing. They all get it free.
All right, so at least they didn't like lose money.
No, they had a nice holiday.
And how long were they in Turkey for? Do you know?
I think it was about a week.
Okay, so it's then and this is what, 2019, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the date. She was here in. I remember her being here in. Oh God, what's that thing you have in America? Thanksgiving. She was here for Thanksgiving. So when's that?
Wait, the day after Thanksgiving? Black Friday?
When's Thanksgiving in America?
November. It's the 4th November in 4th Thursday in November.
Yes, well, she was here until the 2nd of December. So she was here for about 2-3 weeks, something like that.
Sherelle?
Sounds good.
Okay. No.
I do have a quick question. So you met Darcey on IG. How does that work? You just say hi?
No, basically what it was, like, I come across it, like, when it has, like, suggested people and stuff, and I seen her, and I thought she was a nice looking woman, but I didn't follow the show at the time, because it's not really a big thing in England. Well, it is in some places, but not in Liverpool. I've seen it on TLC, but I've only seen the clips. But, yeah, so I didn't know who she was, but I just thought she was attractive, so I liked a few of her pictures, and I commented, and then she commented back, and then I'd say after about 5 days, we swapped WhatsApp numbers.
How did you stumble like across her? Was it just like, you know, random?
Just the way, like, even, you know, that woman that show that you follow, Housewives, that Angela, is it something Stoob or Stoob, Staub?
Oh, Danielle.
Yeah, she used to follow me on Twitter when I used to have that. You just come across. You know what I mean?
Wait, Danielle Staub used to follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, God's on the sound on heart. Yeah. And this was years ago. I don't go on Twitter anymore, but It's just the way
That's interesting on a whole different level. Well, we might have to do a whole new show on that.
No, we never spoke or nothing like that. But hey, Paris Hilton used to follow me on Instagram as well. No, but it's just not the way they come up on the suggested friends, and they just came across it and I just liked the pictures. That's random.
Okay, that's fair enough. Like, that's cool.
I think
a lot of people don't believe, like, when they're like, oh, you must have known she was on TV. You must have been following the show. You wanted to be on TV. Like that's what people say. So like that's why I ask questions.
Whenever I ever wanted it, I've never ever no. Like I told you, yeah, I'll spill some tea now. I told you before when all that stuff went on with Larissa, for instance, and Edith, and that Natalia came up under the live. TLC had contacted me to do that when Tom and Darcey were on it over lockdown, and I said no. And he basically wanted me to be like a villain and pop up on the screen.
All right, I think we're jumping ahead a little bit. Wait.
Sorry.
No, let's. Okay, I want to keep this as clear as possible. Okay, so
this is all new to me. I've never done the lives.
No, but you've been talking for a while, Michael. So I appreciate it. And people are asking why you're not showing your face. It's because he has a job that he cares about, and he doesn't want to be exposed and have any. So that's
sometimes I can be a bit of a hothead, and I don't want to ruin my job.
That's fair enough. That's fine. But if you want to see what he looks like, you could just look at my post from earlier. He's a good guy, so he's not like a troll or lives under a bridge. All right. So Darcey goes to Turkey, doesn't get her teeth done, and then she hops on a plane and she comes to visit you in England.
Well, I'm going to tell you the funny story now, right? Because where I'm from, it's like an industrial town. No, so it's very like, I don't know if you call it white collar.
White collar is like, accountants and lawyers and,
What's it where it's like an industrial place?
Blue collar.
Blue collar, yeah. So ours is like that, basically. So we have like a lot of like pubs that are like 2 for 1 and little social pubs, know what I mean? And I took it to me local pub, and it's a dump. And I took her there, and then I took her for the 2 for 1 meal, which cost like $10, something like that. I didn't know who she was, and then all of a sudden, my Instagram blew up, and people were telling me who she was, and that's when I knew who she was in the end. And because she didn't have that following that she's got now on Instagram, she didn't have the millions. She had maybe 100,000, maybe.
No, I think she's over 1 million now, Darcey. There's only 3 people who broke 1 million. It's Darcey, Pal, and Lauren. So.
Oh yeah. But what I mean is, when I first spoke to her, she didn't have nowhere near that amount. She had like
right.
maybe. But that's when, that's when I first met her. Yeah, so I didn't know who she was. I genuinely, hand on heart, didn't have a clue who she was. She didn't tell me either until when she came here.
Okay, so when you're there with her, taking her to like your local pub. Yeah. And you're getting like your 2 for 10, like you're at Applebee's over here.
Yeah.
Do they have Applebee's by you, by the way?
No. We have something called Weatherspoons.
And then people noticed her.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that she was on TV at this point? Like when she came to you, like when did you find out she was been on TV and she's a somebody?
The only thing she told me when I first ever spoke to her was that she produced a film. That's all I knew. She produced some film. She did actually produce a film, I think, in Stacey. That's all I knew. I did not know about 90 Day Fiance, hand on heart. I knew she had a lot of following, but I've also got people on my Instagram that I've got hundreds of thousands of followers that live near me. So I know what I mean? Like, one of my best mates was off MTV The Challenge, and she's not a big celebrity here, so I just thought that people have that. You know what I mean? I'd not long been on Instagram, you see, so I didn't know the whole script and how many followers you have and blah, blah, blah. But honest, hand on heart, I did not know about that. I'd heard about it, but I didn't know she was on it. But then I did look into it a bit when I found out. When I seen her crying a lot, like.
So when you guys were out in public, did people recognize her?
Not many. But yeah, I took it into the Liverpool city centre. There's a picture, I don't know if it's on the internet somewhere, because she posted it on her stories, and I've noticed other people post it where she's like with John Lennon, the statue, giving John Lennon a kiss.
Oh.
Like, so, yeah, some people in Liverpool city centre recognised her. But the way you see her on TV, she wasn't like that with me. She didn't have all the makeup on and stuff like that. She was just natural, and she was very beautiful, to be honest.
So that actually makes me feel good about this. So Darcey came to you like it was genuine. She wasn't like, I'm a TV star.
No, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
That's actually really nice to hear. You
And
know,
she would not let me pay for anything. Nothing. Like, at the time, I was living on my own, and then I moved into my nan's because my nan weren't well. My grandma used it, and sadly, my nan passed away. But basically, like, she could have come and stayed here, but she said, no, let's get a hotel. And we stayed in a hotel, which was quite an expensive hotel, and we stayed there for like 2.5 weeks, something like that. And she paid for everything. She would not let me pay nothing. Every time I'd try and pay, she would not let me pay. And that's where I've got to, like, take my hat off to her, because every time I get my card out, she'd go, no, it's on me. I'm a guest. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
and that 2.5 weeks, like that's a stay. I mean, like that's not like, you know.
And that's like, you're not getting food free. You're paying for your food as well. So in the restaurants, in the hotel separately. So, and your bar and stuff. And you know what baffled me the most? Like, when we first went out for a drink and people were like, follow me on Instagram, and people were calling her alcoholic. She's not an alcoholic, you know. Honest to God, right? She was never drunk around me, not once. She has a couple of lagers, like light beer, but she was never ever drunk. So that always baffles me when I see that.
So you never felt, you know, in the weeks that she was there, that she was the big alcoholic that she's portrayed to be by, like, either that was Jesse's claim that she was, and
not one bit. She did cry once, but that was over, like, she was just emotional. That was just one of them days. But I think she was just missing the kids. Do you know what I mean? Because I think because she'd been to Turkey, and then Stacey left her in Turkey, and she come to me, and I think she was just a bit emotional. But her kids would be on like, I spoke to the kids on FaceTime. The kids knew about me. That's why I always laugh when Tom says, like, oh, she had an affair. She didn't have an affair.
Wait, what did you say?
Do you know when, like, Tom was saying she had an affair with me?
Right. Now, Tom had said that she had an affair with you while he was with her.
No, she never. Because I was talking to the kids on FaceTime.
Wait, did I misspeak?
Sorry.
I'm going back years now, like, so I might have it wrong. I remember Tom saying that she had some type of relationship with somebody while Tom was with her, and it was you. Is that
no? Yeah, it was me, but it wasn't what he's portraying, because people, it's hard to explain, but I spoke to them, people that work for TLC. They wasn't together. What it was, that show is filmed. Don't forget, they've got to travel around the world. It takes, is it 6 or 7 months before it gets on TV? Something like that.
Okay.
So basically, they were well split up. Even though that letter, when Tom brought the letter, I was with Darcey then. Tom wasn't with her. He was just clinging on to his little fame. He was just clinging on. Bellend. Oh, sorry. I don't like him. I can't stand the fella. I just think he's a... well, I told you something before, John. Like, and I'll bring it up later if you want to. But no, I don't like him. He's a horrible guy.
Okay, so when you were with her, that, like, to your knowledge, was Tom in the picture, or was she coming straight off you from Jesse?
No, he wasn't in the picture, because if you look at the dates and you look at everything, 2 weeks after me and her came out, he was with that American girl. So
the one that looked like Kate Gosselin?
Yeah, so obviously he wasn't with her. Do you know what I mean? Even when he delivered that letter, he was with that American girl as well.
The Kate Gosselin girl?
Yeah, the short hair. She blocked me, and I've never even spoke to her in my life. So Tom must have been getting people to block me. I don't know why. Weird.
Sherelle?
What now? Can you just be specific why you don't like Tom?
Because he's full of shit. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Because no, you've got to understand where I'm from in England. I know every town. Where he's from, they're not rich. I don't know why he's acting like he's somebody James Bond. Do you know what I mean?
Tom's not rich?
No.
Oh,
He's from
wow.
Nottingham. He's from Nottingham.
Wait,
Wait,
Nothing.
it's Nottingham like the ghetto. Like what is not like
No,
I don't know like English.
It's just it's quite urban in some ways. It's not rich. It's not like no, it's not rich. He's acting like he's from London. I just don't like. I think he's a horrible guy, to be honest. And what I told you before, John.
Do you think TLC asked him to pretend like he was rich? Because you said they wanted you to be the villain. Could they
No, I
have
think
wanted him?
no, I think he just portrayed that. Like Darcey told me when they first met, he wanted £100 off it to buy clothes, and I think that was publicised, weren't it?
Wow.
Okay, so let me just so I have this in my head the right way. You were dating, or would you say you dated Darcey? Like, were you like a boyfriend of hers?
Well, I've still got messages on my old phone where she's telling me she loves me and stuff. So yeah, I kind of, and you seen what she posted saying my love and stuff like that.
Okay,
So,
no, okay, I just want to make that clear. So, all right, you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend, and you know, I don't know how to say this the right way. To your knowledge, Tom didn't even exist when you guys were.
no, that was long gone. Just that Tom was clinging. You got to look at it this way, John. If I was someone that wanted to be on TV, right, and I was going to take, does he wear a kilt? I'm from Liverpool, not Scotland.
There you go. There's your answer.
If you've got to look at it this way, John Sherrill, if I was someone that wanted to be on TV, I'd be taking Tom's spot, wouldn't I?
That's true.
Okay, but you didn't know about Tom when you were with her.
Not until about a week after together, I found out more because he reached out to me and blah blah blah. Said he was saying like she goes with all different people and blah. She doesn't. She's always at home. Every time I spoke to her, she was at home with the kids. But Tom was telling me that she goes with like different men. She doesn't. That's a lie.
So while you were with Darcey, Tom was reaching out to you saying, "Don't trust this girl."
Yeah, the only nice person that reached out to me was Jesse, and he's never ever said one bad thing about Darcey. And you know, I'm gonna stick up for Jesse. I got ripped. I got taken the piss. Excuse me, language the other day because I stuck up for him on a comment. That guy has never ever said a bad word about Darcey. That guy actually really wants the best for her. I know he might look like he's saying bad stuff, but when I've spoke to him, he's worried about it because, like what I said, she brings the past is always coming up in her TV shows, so she's never moving forward. She's going backwards. So even now with Georgie, he seems a nice guy, but now they're bringing Jesse into the picture. So they're bringing the past up constantly. They had Tom in the first season, didn't they? So she's never moving forward.
Let me get this straight. Tom is not such a good guy, but Jesse is towards Darcey.
Jesse really cares about Darcey.
Jesse.
He does. Now, you've got to look at it this way, right? That is an American show. 9 times out of 10, the Americans are always going to be stuck up for first. Right? So the foreigner is going to look the bad person. And I think from what I've seen in the end, from little clips that I've seen, I think Darcey and Jesse weren't meant to be together. I think it was.
What did I just tell you the other night, Sherelle? I said I'm thinking at the end of the day that Jesse. You know what? I love being me sometimes. And I'm just saying. I said that like 5 times. I said I see Jesse and Darcey ending up at the end of the day together. I've said that.
No.
He genuinely cares about her. I know they still speak now as well, by the way.
They still speak. That could be why. Remember, I was baffled that he's going to be on the show. Wow.
Cubby. Oh my God, that's what John said. Damn straight.
Oh wow.
Really? That damn straight. See, I didn't even know any of this.
Honest to God, right? But I've only spoke to him maybe like a handful of times, and he has never ever said one bad thing about Darcey ever. He's nothing but said like things like she deserves happiness, but unfortunately she's looking for fame and blah blah blah. But he's never ever said any bad words about her ever.
I have another question. It's a three-parter. Did you
boy.
did you love Darcey? Did Jesse love Darcey? And did Tom?
I still love Darcey now. Think about her. I miss her all the time. I always think about her.
Like, do you like love her? Like you like?
I don't know if I love her, and I wish her the best. I care about her and I think about it because I'm constantly brought up about it now in my town because people know now. Do you know what I mean? Because of my Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm always brought up about it. But yeah, I love her and I care about her. And if I could have a friendship with her, I'd love to have a friendship with her again. But she's always, for the last year, every couple of months, she unblocks me. And then she blocks me again. It's just, I don't know. I like to think it's a way of checking up to make sure I'm okay.
Are you available?
No.
Did Tom love Jesse?
Single.
I mean, did Tom love Darcey?
Can I say what I said before, John?
As long as it's not. Go ahead. Just be careful.
About Tom.
Speak your truth.
I don't think Tom loved Darcey, no. And the reason why I don't think was because I remember Darcey telling me, this was before we met, and she just told me about it, like, and she said that when they first ever got talking on Facebook, Tom was trying to pitch a business idea to her because she was from America, and he had this company to do with sports stuff, and he only had he was only selling like 3 things on it. So I think he was just after money myself. And look at him now, he's got this girl now who's got something to do with business-wise, and the other girl had business-wise. And I might be wrong, but just, I don't know, just what I picked up off it, what Darcey told me was that I think he reached out to her business-wise.
So you don't think you think that Tom was just in it for exposure?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, completely. I think Jesse loved her. I don't think Tom did. He might have in the end, but I don't think he did at the beginning. That's just my personal opinion. But I might be wrong, but I think Jesse genuinely loved her. But I don't think. No, I think Tom's a fake.
Wow.
I'd love to meet him. One day.
Why?
I'd tell him to his face. I'd tell him what I think about him.
Have you spoken? Like, when's the last time you spoke to Tom?
His sister was causing trouble, weren't she? Like saying how to leak porn and stuff. I didn't leak porn. There was no porn.
Don't say the P word.
Sorry. There was just a picture where you could see the top of a cleavage. Google it. There's nothing. It's Bob.
So you're saying that Tom's sister, the one that was on TV, alleged that there was, some type of explicit videos.
She said I messaged her. If you look at them screenshots, it's not even my username. It's my old username was Fitness Journey 1912 or 12. But the ones that she posted was Fitness Journey 12. That weren't my Instagram. And that's why I changed my name just to Michael in the end, because I couldn't be arsed with all the hassle. But like that's telling you about 90 Day Fiance gossip, she found all pages that he had loads of troll pages, trolling me, trolling Georgie, trolling Jesse, trolling Darcey. And they were all linked to his mobile number and his business website. So he got caught out, fool. And his sister's a fool as well. Sorry. It's true.
So you're saying that there was never any type of X-rated videos of you and Darcey?
It was just where you could see the top. Like, she's got big boobs. Sorry. Just see the top.
You can say boobs. That's fine. You're good.
Yeah, just see the top. Google it. There's no P word. Because if you actually look at the dates when all that was released, saying that I released, I did post a picture, but it wasn't a nude. And if you actually look at the dates, 2 weeks after that was apparently done, she was in Liverpool with me. So if I'd released the P word, why would she be in Liverpool with me? It was just Tom and his sister causing trouble, and like she even told me, like she's never come out and said a bad thing about me. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
No, I've noticed that. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around.
You know what she's like with her Instagram? Silver Strong and blah, blah, blah. She could have easily said something about me if she wanted to at that time, but she never.
I have a question. Did you meet Stacy?
No, I never met. I used to speak to her on FaceTime. But no, I never met her personally.
Did you speak to her on the phone?
Yeah, on FaceTime.
Would you say if you dated Darcey, you have like Stacey's going to be around a lot?
Every time I spoke to Darcey, Stacey was there. Like, yeah.
Oh wow.
Except if like she was on her own in the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? But other than that, yes. But Stacey's lovely. Stacey's probably, yeah, I'd probably say she's the nicest. Even though I really think Darcey's lovely, I'd say Stacey's different to Darcey.
Like, is Stacey like more down to earth? Like, what's the difference?
I'd say the vibe. I might be wrong, but the vibe I picked up is what you said there. Stacey's more down to earth. Darcey's more business savvy. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say Darcey's the boss. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's like in control of. That's just the vibe I got. I might be wrong, but that's the vibe I got. Like, do you know what also baffles
that's cool. That's your vibe. Yeah. No, I
you know what also baffles me as well is like when people are saying about the kids. Every time I spoke to Darcey, the kids were with her in the.
Oh yeah, that's a big issue. Can you talk about that? I'm happy you brought that up. So
yeah,
a lot of people give Darcey crap for like, you never with your kids. It's so yeah.
Within them months before I even met her, the kids were always there. And I've actually got it's on my old phone now, but there's a video of her eldest daughter sending me a video thing saying and it's Darcey and the daughter and saying I think it was a Halloween thing or something. She went, we're just having a nice time. I hope you're okay. She was always with the kids. So, yeah. And they were nice kids as well. You know what I mean? But every time I'd speak to her, the kids were always there. I think it's shared custody, I think. You know what I mean? But the kids were always there. I mean, so I don't know where that all comes from, to be honest. I think she gets a bad rap, to be truthfully honest. From now getting into the 90-Day Fiance thing, and I've been watching it more now, and I've seen stuff, I think she gets a really bad rap.
She does. So I'm happy you brought that up. I didn't even have thought to ask that, but
especially what I said before, the alcoholism thing. I never seen that in the slightest. And people were saying she was on pills. No, she wasn't. No. The only thing she done when she was here was have a cigarette. That's all she had. She weren't drunk. She had a couple of drinks every now and then with a meal, but she was never drunk. So I don't know where that comes from.
Darcey, like, in any type of weird, intoxicated, inebriated, weird state.
No, I remember her telling me though on the show when she did eventually tell me more about it and stuff. She said like they feed them drinks. You know what I mean? Like, so say they're in a restaurant, they're basically handing the drinks over to them constantly. Do you know what I mean?
So while they're filming, is what you're saying is while they're filming, production's getting them loaded?
If they're in like a restaurant or a bar or something, yeah. Which, yeah, it's funny. I think Darcey got that end of the stick where I think she might have had a moment where she was drunk, and then that's probably what they put that on her, didn't they? And said, well, we'll get her drunk more often. Because she is an emotional person, but I don't think it's emotional that she's hurt. I think it's passion. Do you know what I mean? I think she's just a passionate person. So if you're putting drinks down a passionate person, they're going to get upset, aren't they? Emotional.
Sherelle?
If I'm jumping the gun here, let me know. If you watch television, it looks like Darcey can't keep a relationship. Is that an accurate description, what we're seeing?
I don't know, because I didn't have a massive long relationship with her, did I? But, like, I mean, my opinion, I think she could have a relationship, but I think she needs to take a step back from TV.
Oh.
Because I think that, like I said before, Sherelle, I think every TV show that she's going to be on, whether it's the one she's got now or if she ever goes back on 90-Day Fiance again, guaranteed they're going to bring the past relationships up, aren't they? So she's never going to move forward. She's always going to get the past brought back to her. But I think if she took a step back from TV and maybe tried something different, I think she'd be happy.
John, doesn't it reality TV, John, would you say affect a lot of people's relationships?
Of course. But the nice thing about this is that Michael wasn't on the show and he wasn't filmed. He got to he got to see Darcey from a different angle because there weren't cameras rolling, and he got to see like the real Darcey.
Yeah.
I didn't see all the makeup and fake eyelashes or blah 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 whatever. I seen just a woman that was quite confident in herself, to be honest. Which she mightn't look. People say she's not confident because she does filters and blah blah blah. But it doesn't do filters. It is what it is nowadays. But she's a very, very beautiful woman. Very beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Naturally. But unfortunately, I think because of what she does for a living, you've got to look a certain way in society, don't you, on TV shows?
So do you think she gets a bad rep for, like, you know, what you hear about her, or, you know, stuff people say about her?
That's why whenever I see something about her now, I always post and I'll comment and stick up for her, because even though I had my little moment where I was upset and that, but when the dust settles, I realised I knew what a good person she was. Do you know what I mean? So no, I think everything that gets said about it is complete rubbish.
Okay. That's good. I mean, it's great. I'm sure Darcey would appreciate that, because, you know, Darcey gets, and like a lot of people, you know, give Darcey a hard time about, like, you know, her face, or like plastic surgery, or, you know, did she?
Yeah, I think that's stupid. I don't think she needs that, but that's my opinion. But like, everyone's each to their own, aren't they? If someone wants to get something done, you can't judge someone for that. Yep. If she feels happy doing that, then it's no one else's business. Do you know what I mean? But I seen her, and when I did eventually see like clips of her on the show, she didn't even look like that. She was smaller. She was slimmer face. Not the way her jaw looks really big on the thing. She just looked. No, she didn't look like that in the slightest. She just looked a normal person. That's the best way I can say it.
And did she like ever have like any expectation of like you being a potential boyfriend on the show? Like, yeah, did she ever mention that to you?
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, she actually. I don't want to. Yeah, there's things that I could say that could make her look bad, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, kind of. She did want. Kind of. Like, I did speak to the producers, like, while I was with her. But I told them straight. That's when I had the argument with the producer, and I said, and if you ever speak to Darcey, she'll probably tell you, I had an argument with him, and I said, you never, like what I said before, you're never letting them move forward. Do you know what I mean? Do something with a, like, happily ever after or something like that. Don't bring the past up. So yeah, I guess in some ways maybe she did mention it, but I did get an ultimatum one time and said I've got 48 hours to decide. But
so that means like she wanted you on.
I don't know but that was like,
well, it's an ultimatum, so it's either.
Yeah.
So what was the ultimatum? Either you're on the show with me or I leave?
Yeah.
Well, wow.
She didn't say you're on the show with me. She just said, leave your job. You can do better than that. I'm a plumber and I'm gas. My job for the council is a plumber and a gas electrician. I do gas stuff, like central heating. And she basically said you can do better. But I don't take that as offence. I take that as someone trying to say I can do better. I don't take that as offence. Do you know what I mean?
You say you never wanted to be on television. Why?
Because that's not me. I know it's not me. Like, I've had little things in the past where people have, like, since the Darcey situation, where people from the UK, like Love Island, contacted me. But no, it's not for me. I'm quite shy, really. Deep down, I'm quite shy, so I'll probably be no good on camera anyway. I might look like a poser on my selfies, but
people are looking at your Instagram profile right now and they're salivating over you. So
they are.
So like, you got a lot of fans in this chat right now. So
I think one of the reasons that I also wanted to speak to you, not just because of the messages, was because I wanted to clear things up. Like, because I've spoke on other things in the past, but you haven't got the platform that you've got, and I don't want followers. I don't care if no one follows. I don't care about stuff like that, but I don't want people thinking I'm a bad guy, because I actually genuinely cared about it. I just made a mistake and said a few bad things. But when you hate and you care about someone, like, you got to understand, before we even met, we were telling each other we loved each other. Do you know what I mean? So I'd never been in love before, not since I was a teenager. So I'm 35. Do you know what I mean? Everyone says she's 42. She's not. She's 46, nearly. So that was a big age gap, but I fell for her. Do you know what I mean? And when you hate, you say things you don't mean, don't you? Or you do things you don't mean.
Had you ever been married before, or like, you know, any type of serious relationship?
No. got no kids, never been married. No.
Now, when you were dating, is kids something that you had wanted?
Yeah, no. Well, I'm one of them people where I just go with the flow. I don't look ahead in the sense I want this, I want that. What will be, will be. That's the way I look at life.
I asked because you had to know going in that that probably wasn't an option, because she's of a certain age.
Yeah, no. But if I really realistically think, a lot of my family live in Seattle, so my mum was actually born in America, so I could go over there, no problem. Do you know what I mean? My granddad was from Ireland, but he was working in America, and my mum was born there. So I could be in America, no problem. Do you know what I mean? My uncle works for Boeing in Seattle. I go over there a lot. But for some weird reason, if I really, really think about it now, even though I really cared about it, I couldn't see myself living in America. And that's no disrespect to America. It's just because I'm a home bird. That's what we call it.
No, I actually respect that because my next question was going to be, did you date her with the hopes of getting over here, to...
No, because I don't need a visa. I can come over. My mum's got a dual passport. I can come over here and go to America, no problem. I've always been going to America since I was a kid. So I don't need to go. I don't need a visa or nothing like that to go. I don't need to be on a show to go over to America. All my family live there, so.
Do you like America?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. It's where I'm from. I'm sure there's places in America the same where you have that mentality where you miss it. If you leave it, you miss it and you want to go back home. And Liverpool's one of them places where everyone loves each other and it's just so lovely people and very multicultural. And I don't think I could ever leave Liverpool, if I'm being truthfully honest. So I think if I really looked at the bigger picture now, I probably wouldn't have lived there with it anyway. So it probably wouldn't have worked out, to be truthfully honest.
So when you were, okay, so you seem very genuine. And I know you. I'm just trying to, but like when you dated her, what, say everything worked out, it was bells and whistles and everything was going on. What were your, did you think about long term? Obviously, you knew she was from Connecticut, and you lived in Liverpool. So there's a giant pond in between.
No, we did have this. Yeah, we did have this conversation. And maybe it was just at the moment. She probably didn't mean it, but maybe it was just at the moment. But she said about she'd buy a house over here and stuff like that. Puerto Ricans
for a friend.
No, like she said about buying a house over here and she could do halfy, but maybe it was she mightn't have meant it at the time. It could have just been one of them moments of madness when she said it. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't take it serious.
When you first met her, was she in America and you were in Liverpool?
When I first spoke to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in America.
And then she came over to visit you?
Yeah.
After how long?
3 months, 4 months. Because no one knew about me, did they? But I used to comment on the pictures and she'd comment back. So, people sort of people used to say, who's this, Darcey? But, the likes of yous, with your, being bloggers and what you do, probably didn't pick up on it. But some people did. But it wasn't until when she was in Liverpool that people picked up on it, when she posted that picture of a ring and me tattoo next to her tattoo. Don't know if you remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
But that wasn't an engagement ring. She just wears costume rings, and people just automatically thought it was an engagement ring, but it wasn't.
I thought it was. Didn't you, John?
Wait. So did she? Wait.
We were never engaged.
But
never even spoke about it.
Was it like a CZ on a certain finger? That was.
Yeah. It was just the way the picture's gone. No, the way pictures look like it's on the other hand and blah blah blah, whatever. When you take a picture, it flips, whatever. I think it was something I can't remember, but I remember we were in that 2-for-1 restaurant when she took that photo. Because what it was, I've got rosary beads tattooed on me arm, and she's got the House of 11. She's got a brother's tattoo, with the angel wing.
I just got hot just now. What'd you say? Rosary beads tattooed are always a selling point for me. What'd you say?
Sorry, I've got rosary beads tattooed on me wrist, and she had the angel wings with Dame Michael's date of 11, which is Dame Michael's. No, he passed away, her brother.
Right.
And she took a photo of my tattoo and her tattoo next to each other, but you could see a ring, and the people automatically went, "She's engaged. She's engaged." Yeah, we never engaged. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know. It seems like the more you talk, the more I like you. You seem like you're a good guy.
It was rosary beads for me. Sorry, that's
and the girls seem to
Sorry.
like. Why are the girls going wild over him? What's going on?
There is something that I'd like to clear up, though, if it's okay, beforehand. I've only just thought about it now, but I would like to clear it up. When me and Darcey first ever got speaking, right, people started noticing things before, like all the bloggers, like I was saying before, and Auntie's advice reached out to me.
Oh.
Auntie's, yeah. And I did speak to her on the thing, but I said that me and Darcey were just friends at the time. Do you know what I mean? Even though we wasn't, so I did kind of lie, but I done that because she was contracted to TLC, and I didn't want to. But I didn't break the silence. She broke the silence. She posted me on her Instagram, so it's not my fault.
Change the subject quick.
Well, can I ask you a question? I don't know if I'm crossing the line. Let me know, John, if we're not.
You can ask me anything.
I was saying I really like you, and I like you for Darcey. What happened? Because it seems like you guys would be good together.
Like, we did have a bad argument near the end.
Like towards the end of her visit with you, like, you know.
No, we never argued. Okay. We never argued when we were together, not once. Do you know what I mean?
But to circle back to Sherelle's. Okay, so she was there for like the 2.5 weeks. You had the hotel. You had a great time, right? And then she went back to, like, I guess, the States, and then.
Yeah. So basically,
what happened?
Yeah. So mid December, let's say we had a bit of a fallout over something. I can't remember what it was over, to be truthfully honest. And then we fell out, and she'd do what she'd normally do, where she'd block and unblock and blah blah blah. And then about 2 weeks after that, people were sending me photos that she was in New York with some other fella, and they were photos of them together. And on New Year's, I think it was, and it broke my heart, and that's when it all went down the shit. That's when it all went a bit down when I turned a bit nasty. Do you know what I mean? So
you guys got into a really big argument?
We said some things but we made peace. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't until she got with Georgie about 3 months after me, I think. It wasn't until when she got with Georgie that she started blocking me, which I understand, because when you're in a new relationship, you don't want your ex liking your pictures or trying to communicate with you. And I wanted to still talk to her. So, but like I said, I'd say every 3 weeks of a month, she unblocks me on Instagram and looks at my story, and then she blocks me again.
What was that about?
No idea, but I like I said, I like to think it's a way of just making sure I'm okay. But I think she cared about me, really, because like I said, she's never come out and said nothing bad about me, and she could have, because she posted me on her Instagram, so everyone knew about me. I wasn't a secret. Do you know what I mean? She didn't even post pictures of Tom that much. Do you know what I mean? So I obviously wasn't a secret.
Have you watched her and Georgie on TV?
I've seen clips what's being posted on Instagram. I like him. I think he's the right man for it. But I think that the TV thing is going to get to him, because this is what it's about.
I think Georgie's the absolute worst for her.
Do you reckon? I don't know. I've only seen clips. Do you know what I mean? And the reason I thought he might be the right guy for her, you know more than me, but from what I've seen, he just looks quiet. So that's why I thought he might be the right guy. Like, I'm shy in some ways, but I speak my mind, and I don't think she liked that about me, because I think some things I'd say in England, in Liverpool, could come across normal to English people, but if I said it to American, it could come across as an insult when it's not an insult. Do you know what I mean? So I think because I was quite open, spoke my mind, so I don't think she liked that. But I thought Georgie was quiet from what I've seen of him, but obviously what you're saying. But it wasn't until, I'd say, about 3 months ago, I had a message on my Instagram, and it just said hi, off Georgie's account. And I didn't message back because Jesse had posted and tagged me in it, saying that he'd reached out to Jesse as well.
Okay. give me a time frame on this. So, Georgie.
First started about 3 months ago.
So the first time you heard from Georgie was 3 months ago.
It was just hi.
So he just randomly DMs you hi.
Randomly DM me hi.
That is weird.
That's weird.
That's
weird.
not good. Like,
And
I
then
don't randomly DM, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been married for so long, and so is Sherelle. Like, we're kind of like, you know, not in this dating world, but like, I couldn't see.
That's weird.
That's weird. That is
Yeah.
weird.
Just hi. That's all it was.
That's
He
weird.
messaged Jesse as well. So obviously he's got some like insecurities. I don't know. I think Darcey's quite speaks a mind, and maybe he's not used to that. Maybe, I don't know, and maybe he wanted advice. But like I said, I don't know why he reached out to me. And then that was about 3 months ago. And then last night, I was looking through me inbox, and I noticed like the requested messages, and there was a message off him. And I don't know if it was about 2 days ago when he'd sent it, and it just said, "Can we speak?" And then when I clicked on his profile, I was blocked. So then what I done was I went onto my Instagram and I put on my story, Georgie Rusev, contact me. I just done that, like, and he never contacted
And
me.
that's why I posted today.
Yeah, so I just left it be. Like, I don't know. I've got nothing bad to say about, like, no, I don't know why he's involved in it. He's obviously, I think what it is like I said, when I first like known more about the show, and I know more about Darcey, and I could all these fan pages, the 90-day pages followed me. Darcey is never going to be out of my mind because she's there constantly. Do you know what I mean? On these things, and I like some of the pages, so Darcey's always in my face. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose that's what it's like for Georgie. So say like he's just browsing through Instagram, Darcey's in his face constantly, innit? And people are talking about it, and people are saying bad things, or so maybe he's just got a bit insecure or something. I don't know.
No, that's still strange.
It is strange.
Yeah, no, you just don't sit like that's strange.
It's very strange.
Weird. And then he says, "Can we talk?" And then he blocks you.
Yeah.
So was he drinking too much that night?
No, I can give you my password on my Instagram, and you can have a look. I'm blocked. I don't know why he's blocked me.
It's weird.
I haven't even messaged him back. I've never messaged the guy. I've never spoke to him ever. So I don't know where that's come from. But like I said with the Darcey's does the same. She unblocks me. She messaged me about 3 weeks ago and just said, "I hope you're doing well with what's going on." And I just said, "Hope you are too. Hope the family's okay." And she went, "Stay blessed." And then she blocked me after it.
Can I have another question? Yeah, that's
Please
strange.
ask it because my head's spinning.
Sorry.
Do you think Darcey actively seeks out foreigners? Does she like to date overseas?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. To be truthfully honest, I don't know. I couldn't She never spoke that way. No.
She never said anything.
No,
Yeah.
she never said like that because I'm sure that I don't know. Part of me, I might be wrong, and I'm not saying this. She's never told me this. Is just the vibe I felt when I did eventually watch the show. I just felt that was a way to stay on TV. I might be wrong. You know what I mean?
And just so we're clear, the only 2 times you've ever had any correspondence with Georgie was that one time 3 months ago when he just messaged you hi. And then just last night when he said, "Can we talk?"
Yeah, I've had no correspondence with him. He's messaged me. I've never messaged him. Never.
No, right.
Yeah, I don't want to speak to him. That's no disrespect. It's just whatever's going on in his private life isn't to do with me. Do you know what I mean? That's the past. I made the mistake of speaking to Jesse when all that went off, me and Darcey, and Jesse spoke to me and blah, blah, blah. But whatever's going on with Ed and Georgie, I don't even think they're together anymore, to be truthfully honest. I don't think they're together anymore. That's just what I reckon.
I know. Yeah.
I
This is a good interview, John.
Okay, and just so we're clear, you were right after Jesse and before Tom.
No, I was after Tom.
Oh, you were after Tom. Okay. So, because Tom came back, were you in between Tom?
No, I was after. They were never together when I was with them, John. That, like I said, he just clinged on to it because his fame was coming to an end. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
So this was after.
Chirel, it's true though, love. Like, at the end of the day, he was coming to an end. So
Yeah,
they
it's
weren't
true.
together anymore. The last thing was that letter. They wasn't even together then. They hadn't spoke to each other for months when that letter on the show. I was with her at that time. Even the tell-all, they hadn't spoke for months. Do you know what I mean? He was just clinging on to his last bit of hope. Let's be
I love
honest.
your bluntness, but it's true, isn't it, John?
You can see it a mile off with his bloody stupid dancing as well. He's always posting.
Well, the reason why I asked is I think John, people saying ask what year, but like I'm trying to think of like the timeline and like when you see them on TV and then when they film, it's like an 8-month gap. So that's why I've been trying to piece it all together.
Maybe I could have been with Darcey maybe a couple of a month after they split. I don't know, but I know 100% they wasn't together because I was talking to their daughters. Now, if she was with Tom, I don't think her daughters would respect that. Her dad, I spoke to her dad. I don't think that a dad would respect that, would they?
Oh, so you spoke to Darcey's baby daddy?
No, I spoke to Darcey's dad.
Oh,
Right?
Darcey's dad.
Father, yeah.
But like, even that's another thing I'd like to clear up as well. People saying that she lives off her dad's money. No, her dad works away. She used to just mind the house. Her dad lives in her dad lived in China. He's a big businessman. Like, and he's got nothing to do with TLC, by the way. I don't know where that. He's an engineer.
He doesn't work for TLC?
No.
Oh, I heard that rumor. Didn't you hear that the dad worked for TLC?
He's an engineer.
Oh wow.
But but he's a big. He's very like well off. Like, he's very businessman. But no, his wife is from China.
Oh,
So that's why they used to just mind the house. They're not living in that house now.
There was like a lot of rumors that Darcey didn't even have her kids, that she didn't live with her kids, that like her and Stacey just had like like the bachelorette pad. But I think you already said that like she was always with her kid. Because I want to
and
Darcey out.
Stacey, I've seen. Well, I've never spoke to them, but I know they've been there because I've seen them in the background. Stacey's lads were there in the house. So I think it's 50-50. No, with parenting. I don't think it's like. I think it's all lies. Because every time I'd speak to Darcey, the kids were there, the girls were there, and Stacey's lads were there. Because I think their dad lives in Texas. I think Stacey's lads' dad.
You probably have about like 1,000 messages in your inbox right now, Mike. So
it's me Scottish accent.
Can you imagine if he did show his face?
I do on TikTok. I go on TikTok live.
I'm all right. So okay. So, but I even Sherelle.
Honestly, nothing's off bounds. You can ask me anything you want. Anything. If I can answer it, I'll answer it. Not enough bounds with me.
I already feel like we got a lot of good tea here. I mean, it was really nice talking to you. And I also got to see a different side of Darcey. Yeah. She always seems very emotional on the show. But what you're saying is she's very sweet, right? Is that right?
Like I told you, she wouldn't let me pay for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, she looked at it as like she was a guest here. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I felt bad, to be truthfully honest, but she treated me like a king when she was here.
It just popped up when I went.
Really nice person.
Popped up.
Yeah.
It's just that when I said bad things about her, I was just upset, but I didn't mean them. She knows that. Do you know what I mean? We cleared the
nothing but like good. You want Darcey to succeed. You care about her, you love her, and you're not here trying to.
I want the best. Anyway. No, I want the best for her and Stacey. Even Stacey's a lovely girl as well. I just wanted to move forward and not backwards.
Would you ever entertain the point, like, of ever dating her ever again?
Oh my God, John.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, wow.
No problem. She was my best mate for a short time. Before we met, we spoke every day. She was like my best friends, and then even though it might have only been for 4 months, we spoke every day. I used to stay up early hours, like it's 4 o'clock in the morning here now. So imagine like then, when I was with her, I used to stay up all hours and walk into work like a zombie. And I'd do that like because I cared about her and we got on really well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would. But realistically, that's not going to happen. But if it, yeah, I would, but it's not going to happen.
You never know. Isn't Georgie in his 20s? You're 35, right?
Yeah, 36 this year. Yeah.
36 too. You never know what the future may hold.
Yeah. I just like I said, I think the best thing for her. It's not my business, but I think the best thing for her is to move away from that show and settle down. If she wants to be with Georgie, like he's got his little fame now. If you look, like I was saying to John, someone sent me like people used to send me stuff all the time. I don't know why people were sending me stuff, and someone sent me stuff like that. Georgie's LinkedIn, and it said he was an actor. Do you know what I mean? So I just hope he's not using it for his clout.
Georgie's an actor?
If you look at his LinkedIn, it says he was an actor from 2009 or something.
No, really? Oh,
But
no.
that's what someone sent me. Like, people used to send me weird stuff, like, and try and tell me everything. I'd say I don't care, but when I seen it, I will admit, I did think, God. Do you know what I mean? I hope he's not, like, after fame. But,
I mean, if he's an actor, I don't know.
Don't say it, John. Don't say it.
I just don't think that. I said this since day one. I don't like him with her. I think out of everyone she's dated, he's like last on my list. So I don't know.
When I first seen him, a picture of him that someone posted on one of the things, I thought, fucking hell. Sorry. I thought, wow, he's like a bloody Greek god. And then when I seen him on the thing, he's a little fat thing. He's not muscly at all. He's got no muscle on him. He's just like, no, he's not muscly. I thought, take that picture down, you fool. You're not kidding anyone. You know what I mean? No, that's not him on that picture. Fool. But like, that's why I thought, is he an actor? But I don't know. I don't know what to think. I just hope that he's not after, you know what, fame, and he's using it for that, because she's had that up with everyone. I think the only genuine person was Jesse, if I'm being truthfully honest. I know people don't like him, but I think he was the only genuine one. That's just my opinion from the vibes and speaking to him in the past.
So to wrap everything up, kind of, Jesse, in your eyes, is good. Tom, not good.
No.
Georgie.
I thought Georgie was okay from clips that I've seen, but if I trust you, because you watch all them shows. If you don't like him, then no, I don't know what to think.
I don't see the big appeal out of him. I was like, really? Like, after everyone you've dated, that's who you pick? Like, I don't know. But, you know, to each their own, and whatever. No, I've always liked Darcey. You know,
I hope she finds love, because like I said to you before, like, she needs to get off that show, though. If she wants to find love and settle down, and she needs to get off that show, because that's going to bring up her past constantly. And anyone knows that with common sense, if your past is getting brought up constantly, you're never going to move forward, are you? So
that's a lot of information that we just heard. I'm trying to let that all soak in and saturate at the moment.
Well, I've got no NDA, whatever it's called, so you know what I mean? I can say what I want.
This is a good interview. We got to see a whole nother side of Darcey that I think the public should see.
Yeah.
People judge her a lot, and it's not fair. And she's gotten, people say she drinks all the time and all of that. So I'm glad we came through and cleared up the rumors.
Like I said, we went out like a lot for meals and stuff, but maybe one night we went to my mate's for his barbecue and we had a drink and a little dance and stuff, but I still wouldn't say she was drunk, no. I've never seen her drunk, really, no. Just merry, having in good spirits. That's the best way I'd put it. But that was only maybe twice when we were here. But she was never like the way she is on TV, the way people portray her, no. But maybe because she was out of it, I don't know, maybe because she was in a new place and she didn't have cameras around and she didn't have any stress. Maybe she could just be herself.
Yeah.
When she's at home, she's a TV personality, isn't she? A TV thing. So, I don't know. But I do wish her the best, and I hope she
And
finds.
before we end this, because people are saying in the comments, and I kind of want to wrap it up because we're over an hour and I'm tired because it's been a long day.
Yeah.
But what do you say about like when you had that fight with her and you kind of just so we could get like the elephant out of the room, we talk about everything.
When I say a fight,
you and Darcey had that fight and you kind of aligned with Tom, I think
No, I kind of did, but that was because I posted something and he reached out to me. I don't even know how he got me Instagram, but he found me, and so I kind of did. But I seen the true colours of him in the end, and his fool of a sister. So,
oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Well, it would be fair to say that, like, you love Darcey, and then
I still cared about Darcey.
You were hurt, and you kind of were just like, you felt like you needed to.
Yeah, I'm sure that we've all been at one point in our life said things to the people that we love that we haven't meant.
I have.
Then you realise, do you know what I mean? And then you apologise, you know what I mean? But me and Darcey cleared things up a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? So me and Darcey were cool. It's just that with the situation and being with someone else, she had I don't know why she blocked me, but she did. Maybe it was because I don't know why. Maybe she didn't want to. I know she had Jesse blocked and Tom as well, so maybe it was just her way of putting the past to the side. Maybe that's why she blocked me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have no bad. I think she's a really good person, to be honest, and I miss her.
You painted her in a very positive light, I have to say, and I think, like Sherelle said, that's something that people need to hear because she does get a bad rep, and I'm happy that you're so cool about it, and you've got nothing really good to say about her. So,
like I said, it just made me a mistake when I was upset. But you live and you learn, don't you? You got to accept what I made a mistake. I hold my hands up and I apologized, and you move forward. I'll never make that mistake and say a bad thing about her again because she wasn't bad.
Mike, I don't know if you're single, but like I got a lot of people here who I might, we might have to I might do like a dating game or a type of thing next because we can make a whole thing out of this. I don't know if you have a lady or what, but
no, I'm single. I haven't been with anyone.
You just ruined yourself there. You should have said you were married with 10 kids. That's what you should have just said. So here he is. He's single, everybody.
I'm just focusing on myself. No women. I just want to focus on myself.
That's funny.
All right, so I'm going to end this, guys. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much for being
my pleasure,
so honest and forthcoming. Like you don't ever.
Thank you for always being nice to me, mate. You know what I mean? I know there's some nasty pages around, and thank you for always being. You've never been nasty to me. You stuck up for me one time with that Tom situation a long time ago, and I'll never forget that. You know what I mean? I'm
not the devil everyone says I am. See,
I know.
Sherelle, thank you so much for hopping on to my my moderators who are always doing their most. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats, the comments, and I'm sure Michael wants to hear from all the single ladies. Everybody flood Michael's DMs right now. He's single. You heard it. And yeah, so guys, have a great night. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Good night.
Good night. Take care. Nice to meet you, Sherelle.